This video is about working with strings. You already know quite a bit about strings, but this lesson should give us a few more tools and kind of put it all into an overall picture so that you can understand how strings work a lot better. So you already know that strings are a sequence of characters. For example, string A equals, and we can put a bunch of stuff in here. We can say hello, or it can be like, characters like that, or it can be, whatever, can be empty like that, right? So there's a bunch of stuff that we can do with strings that we'll talk about. So for one thing, we can use the len method with strings. So len of string A, and it should just print that. Length of string A should print 4, right? Because there's 4 characters, or a longer one. And that one has 26 characters. So you already know about len from working with lists. Works exactly the same way. Another one is using slice. So with a string, what if we want to use just part of the string? So here's how we would do that. So if I wanted to print just, I don't know, first few characters, I would go string A, okay, from character 0 to character 5, say. So let's run that, and I did it wrong. Oh, supposed to be square brackets. Okay, square brackets, sorry. Okay, there you go. Character 0, no, yeah. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it ends before 5, right? Or we could go from character 2 to character 10. And that's right there, hope you. So there's 0, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then it ends before 10. So it ends right there, basically. It does not include that space. If we said 2 to 11, it would include the space. So you can't really see it, but there's the space right there. I can highlight it. Okay. So that's very handy. We can have just like single one. So there's your E, there's that E, string 5, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that works exactly like, how lists work. With the colon, if you just put the empty colon, it just copies the whole thing. Right, so printed the whole thing. If you put a number before the colon, it will go from that number until the end. So say 10 colon nothing. So that will go from the 10th character, which is right there, all the way to the end. So let's print that. And there it is. Have a nice day. If you put a number on the other side of the colon, I'll say 5. So it will end at 5, and it will print everything before that. So it will print I hope, and there it is, I hope. Nope, I guess 5 is this one, so I'll print everything before that. So that is pretty useful. And so we can do things like this. We can say, I equals 3 or something. And so we can go from I to 5, so that means from 3 to 5, and so it goes from that, or and then we can change it to right? So it gives us an extra letter because this is now from 2 to 5. So we can do things like that. So that's very handy. It's very convenient when we want to like manipulate strings and stuff. One thing to note about strings is that strings are immutable. So immutable means that they cannot change. So that string cannot change. String A, this is string A. I cannot like replace this letter with something else. It's not possible. So we can try and see what happens. So let's say string A square brackets 0 equals, I don't know, J. And we get an error, right? Because string object does not support item assignments. So it is immutable, means it cannot be assigned things. So what if I wanted to do that as a J? So what I would have to do, so I could go like, I can't change things, but I can like change the whole string. So I can go J, hope you have a nice day. And we'll print string A now, and it will change into J. Nope, because I still have this line. Delete that. Try again. And there it is, J, hope you have a nice day. So that can work. Another thing that you could potentially do is make a new string. So string B equals J plus, and then we'll take everything else from string A. Okay, the plus is how you concatenate strings. So we've seen this before when we're doing print statements where you're printing variables and stuff. Using the plus that's what you're basically doing. You're printing a string, but within that string you are concatenating different things. Concatenate means like add something onto the end. So let's add this. So how do we get that? Well, that's gonna be string A, and then I'm gonna take a slice of it. String A, slice. So what am I gonna slice? I want everything from here all the way to the end. So that means from 1 to the end. So, and then let's print string B. Delete this stuff. Okay, so string A, hope you have a nice day. String B, I'm gonna go J plus this part of string A. Let's see if it works. And J, hope you have a nice day. It worked. And then we can assign that back to string A. So string A equals string B. Okay, now I'm gonna print string A. Delete the printing of string B. Run it. And now J, or string A is J, hope you have a nice day. Pretty sure that you cannot do it from here. Let's just try that. I think you have to have a separate variable that you're assigning it to. Oh no, it does work. You can just do it like this. So you can do, you're replacing string A with this plus this. So that totally works. All right. I think that's all for sure. Oh, one last thing about strings so obviously you can do things like, for I in range, range length string A, and you can I don't know, print I, right? And that would give you a bunch of numbers because it's not printing. Okay, so what did I forget to do? I'll pause here so you can think about it for a moment. All right, I forgot to put, so it's printing, I right here is iterating as a number, because anytime you put the range, it's a number. So you can go string A square bracket I, and it will print, right? J, hope you have a nice day. You could also, instead of doing it as a range, you could just go string A. And you could just, and now, because you're not using range, I is not the number, I is just going through each character. And so it should work. See, there it is. Okay, there's a whole bunch of other methods that are related to strings that can be used with strings. If you're interested in those, you can easily look those up. Just look up Python string methods and you'll see them all. But I think these ones are the most useful for us out of the things that we don't already know. The things that we already do know, I mentioned the concatenate. The split is also a string method. The strip is also a string method. So we know those already. Upper and lower, I think, yeah, those are string methods as well. So we already know a bunch, but we didn't know really what strings were while we were doing it. So, now you can better understand what those things are doing as well. All right, that is it for this video. See you next time.